This is proof you have made a narcissist struggle with regret and suffering. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here. I hope these videos provide you with practical advice, effective methods, and essential tools for dealing with narcissists. My goal is to help you improve your interactions with narcissists, whether in business, during a divorce, or in any other context. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Look out for these signs when you affect a narcissist. Do narcissists ever feel bad? The answer is yes. They claim to be unconcerned, but often they are. They put on a brave face to conceal their hurt, wanting you and even themselves to believe they are always confident. Their true selves are afraid of being exposed because they don't feel secure. Revealing their true nature has the greatest impact. This strategy is crucial for empowering yourself when dealing with them. Your best approach is to ethically outsmart the manipulator. It's not about deliberately hurting their ego. It's about recognizing and exposing them. Narcissists hide their vulnerabilities like frightened children because they are deeply wounded by their own narcissism. Remember, despite appearances, they are likely more afraid of you than you are of them. Understanding this is key. I'll share 5 crucial proofs that you can change a narcissist's mind, saving the most important one for last. Keep watching to learn more. The first sign that your actions have affected a narcissist is that they become cold and distant. They might avoid you or stop talking to you altogether, a behavior known as ghosting. This change in their behavior is generally a way for them to regain control over the situation and you. When narcissists feel hurt by something you did or said, they seek to reclaim power. As a result, they might ignore you or become less friendly. Their goal is to make you feel the loss of their attention and affection, prompting you to reach out to them and restart communication. This coldness and withdrawal are tactics to reassert their dominance. If a narcissist becomes cold and distant after your actions, it means you have affected them. This behavior is a good starting point to understand how narcissists react when they feel powerless or hurt in a relationship. Second, narcissists making excuses for their bad behavior indicates that you're unsettling them. You'll notice they quickly blame others for their actions. Narcissists often lie, deny, project, and avoid responsibility. They usually believe they are blameless. When confronted or exposed, they react like trapped animals. In these scenarios, narcissists might feel cornered or scared, leading to anger or defensiveness. This behavior is a defense mechanism to protect their fragile self-esteem and control the narrative. When they fight back, it means you're on the right track. Their avoidance and defensiveness show that they are uncomfortable and feel threatened or exposed. Understanding these reactions can give you insight into the narcissist's mind and how they cope with losing control. The third sign of influence is when a narcissist changes how they act to blame you instead of other people or to make excuses for what they do. This big change shows that your impact is making things worse for them. Blaming you for their problems is a sign that what you're doing is hurting them. This generally happens because they have slowly taught you to accept their behavior and attitude from the beginning of your relationship, whether it's personal or professional. People who are narcissists have been my peers at work. They are very good at making you think and act the way they want you to. When you break this habit and speak out against them, they usually respond badly. You might now feel selfish anger. This is what they do when they think someone is insulting their ego or self-esteem in a selfish way. When narcissists feel scared or exposed, they might become violent. These are important times to stay put. At this point, a lot of people feel like giving up because they feel too stressed, but you need to stay strong. Say to yourself again, I will stand my ground. You promise yourself that you will handle a narcissist's anger with this phrase. You are making changes to your relationship with the narcissist. This change will be hard for the narcissist, who might get angry or try to control you. But if you want to change your relationship with them, you have to stand your ground. Many times, even in the comments, tell yourself, "I will stand my ground." This is very important if you want to deal with narcissists and make your relationship better. The fourth sign that what you did hurt the narcissist is that they will accuse you of things to get back at you. Narcissists know where you're weak and use that to trick and scare you. They might tell you you're not supportive, to make you feel bad and question yourself. You can trust them to keep you in line because they know how to get under your skin. As part of this plan, they might put you down or criticize you. The narcissist is having an emotional problem, or becoming unglued, as I call it. This coming apart is shown in my movie, The Collapse of the Narcissist. Most of the time, narcissists break down when they feel pressured or challenged by your actions. If the narcissist does this, it means they are losing control. They make direct accusations and criticisms because the other ways they normally do things don't work. This means that you have a lot of power over them and that they are trying hard to hide. This behavior is because they couldn't change, not because of who you are or what you do. If a narcissist is hurting because of what you did, the sixth sign is full-on discard. At this point, the narcissist knows whether you're on their side or not. If they think of you as their enemy, you become their worst enemy. The narcissist may cut you off from family and friends during this time. They might even turn you down for no reason. If they think you're going to break up with them, they might stalk you or lose it. This means they are desperate and may try many things to control you or the situation. Some examples are smear campaigns, using flying monkeys to hurt your image, or quickly switching emotional or psychological sources. The narcissist tries very hard to get back in charge or hurt others during this phase, displaying a full-on war mindset. But you need to stay strong during this time. Narcissists need support and reinforcement all the time, so they will switch providers. This change is important for their life, not what you do or how good you are. I know that narcissists will look elsewhere for fuel because I have seen and experienced it myself. If someone acts in the discard phase, remember that their actions are caused by their own worries and wants, not yours. Do not give in. During this rough time, remember to stay true to your beliefs and keep your distance. These 5 signs indicate that your actions are impacting narcissists. Feel free to share your thoughts on these ideas in the comments below. Many of you have committed to continuing this journey, and such dedication is crucial when dealing with narcissists. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to receive notifications for new content. Recognizing a narcissist is the first step toward a better life. Remember, negotiation skills are not only useful in business, but also essential for managing difficult relationships, especially with narcissists. Stay tuned for more videos that will provide additional insights into these relationships and more tips on handling narcissists. This marks the beginning of your journey towards a stronger, more empowered life, and I'm excited to support you along the way. Every day is an opportunity to improve your life. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving into the complex dynamics between narcissists and the no-contact rule. We'll explore what really happens when you decide to cut ties, a topic that comes up often. You might be familiar with the pattern of idealization, devaluation, discard, and hoovering, classic narcissistic manipulation to maintain control. But here's the game changer. When you go no contact, you're writing your own narrative. You're telling the narcissist, "I've had enough," and reclaiming your power. What do you think will happen when you disrupt their control? How does a narcissist react when they realize they're no longer in charge? Stick with us as we uncover the facts. Don't forget to click subscribe, like this video, and ring the bell to join us on this journey. Cutting ties with a narcissist is a bold move, flipping their world upside down. It's like throwing a wrench into their well-oiled machine. Their entire strategy relies on maintaining control and having someone to manipulate. By going no contact, you strip away their power and declare that you're done playing their game. But brace yourself, because it won't be easy. Get ready for a rough ride. The narcissist might lose it, desperately seek new sources of attention, succumb to boredom, anxiety and depression, deny that anything has changed, try to win you back, and yes, get angry. They won't let you go easily, and this is where it gets interesting. They'll do anything to reel you back in. Stay tuned to learn how to navigate this storm and maintain your hard-won freedom. Let's dive right in. First up, the classic tactic known as love bombing. Love bombing is one of the most notorious tricks in a narcissist's playbook. Here's how it typically unfolds. When someone dumps them and they're at their lowest, most people opt for no contact immediately. This isn't when they're feeling powerful and strong. It's when they're struggling with the sting of rejection. Enter the Hoover stage. The narcissist's primary strategy to win you back is love bombing, their ultimate weapon. Imagine you've told them to stay away, and now they're desperately trying to regain your attention. The effectiveness of their effort depends on how closely they've been monitoring you and their level of self-centeredness. If they've already secured a new source of supply, they might not notice your silence. However, if their new supply isn't sufficient, or if they miss the time spent with you, they'll amplify their charm offensive. They will bombard you with love, compliments, and grand promises of change. It's a tried-and-true tactic, and unfortunately, many people fall for it, getting caught back in the toxic cycle. Love bombing is just their opening move, designed to draw you back in and make you reconsider your decision. The most insidious aspect is their ability to adapt. If love bombing doesn't work the first time, they'll tweak their approach and try again. Narcissists are master manipulators, constantly evolving their strategies to keep you within their grasp. Number 2, cold empathy, or the manipulative insight. You've decided to end your relationship with Bob the narcissist, but he's still playing his game. Meet Bob. He's an expert at displaying cold empathy. He can read your emotions with remarkable skill, but here's the catch. He doesn't genuinely care about how you feel. No, he's using his keen insight to manipulate you. Armed with this knowledge, Bob starts to pull the strings. He knows your deepest fears and vulnerabilities, and he's more than willing to exploit them. Let's say you have a fear of being alone. Bob is fully aware of this and uses it to his advantage. He bombards you with texts, subtly hinting that he's lonely without you. He taps into your shared pain to create a false sense of unity. To seal the deal, he says things like, "Our connection is unique, and no one else could possibly understand." Before you know it, you're back in his clutches. True empathy involves kindness and understanding, but when it's combined with strategy, it becomes a tool that can be used for manipulation. An empath like Chris might use it to navigate a hostage situation, but a narcissist like Bob uses it to get what he wants from you. Think of being trapped in a narcissistic loop. It's like being stuck in a toxic relationship. Breaking free feels almost impossible. According to a Florida shelter for abused women, it takes a woman an average of 7 attempts to leave an abusive relationship for good. This statistic highlights the immense difficulty of severing ties with toxic individuals. The emotional control and stronghold they maintain make it seem nearly impossible to escape. Third, the guilt trap, emotional manipulation. Let's dive into the third trap, the guilt trap, also known as emotional manipulation. Consider the two key roles we've discussed so far, the narcissist and the victim. You may have pictured yourself as the victim and someone you know as the narcissist. But let's flip the script for a moment. Imagine someone you deeply care about, someone who has never shown selfish tendencies, suddenly starts exhibiting narcissistic behavior. In my case, that person would be my father. If he even hinted that his life was in danger, I would immediately rush to help him. This illustrates the powerful bond that narcissists exploit using guilt-tripping techniques. They will use every tactic to pull you back in, including invoking PTSD, loneliness, and financial difficulties. These strategies often work like a charm. Now imagine they are desperately trying to make you break the no-contact rule, but you're standing firm. They attempt to manipulate your emotions and mind by saying things like, "You have PTSD, and you are going to hurt yourself." But you remain steadfast, resisting their efforts to draw you back into their toxic web. This resistance shows your strength in the face of their manipulative guilt tactics. 4. The anger shift, a range of strong reactions. Imagine this. Just when you think they've exhausted their bag of tricks, they switch tactics from making you feel guilty to provoking your anger. Check out this Reddit post for an illustration. While Reddit isn't the most reliable source, it does offer insights into real-life experiences. In one thread, someone shared their encounter with an ex-lover they suspected was a narcissist. The ex's antics were almost comical, slamming their face into the car dashboard in rage, tripping into a pile of chips, or walking into a glass door as if it had wronged them. Classic temper tantrum behavior. But what happens when there's no contact for a while? The anger manifests differently. Instead of respecting your boundaries, they might slander you online, blame you for everything in front of family and friends, stalk your every move, send legal threats, or flaunt a new relationship, even if it's fake. Why all the theatrics? It's like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting different results. The narcissist just needs to re-establish contact with you. The harder you try to keep them away, the more intense their efforts become. They throw every trick at you, hoping one will succeed, and they can ensnare you again in their manipulative web. Now, consider a narcissist who has tried it all. Love bombing, cold empathy, guilt-tripping, and even anger. But you see through their tactics. What's left in their arsenal? Their final act, transformation. This is the trickiest one, typically reserved for those who haven't succumbed to their other ploys. A narcissist is like a chameleon, mimicking behaviors they've observed in others. They're not original figures, but a patchwork of traits borrowed from different people. The transformation act is a complete mimicry, creating the illusion of a profound change as they follow 4 steps to convince you of their sincerity. The first step is the public change phase. Suddenly, they become a self-help guru, live-streaming their therapy sessions and charity work for everyone to see, especially you. They might even start a blog or YouTube channel to showcase their personal growth. Next comes focused vulnerability. They make changes based on what you wished they had done during your time together. Remember when you wanted them to be more caring. Now they're all about advocating for mental health and helping others, creating the illusion that they've become kinder people. But you're unaware of what's happening behind the scenes. After months, you only witness their seemingly altruistic acts from a distance. They're not done yet. Phase 3 involves indirect communication. Instead of reaching out personally, They ensure that stories of their transformation reach you through mutual friends or social media, making you feel guilty. Every part of this act is designed to exploit your love and hope, using your beliefs against you to lure you back. Finally, the last move is direct contact. After months of silence, they suddenly reappear in your texts, acting as if nothing has changed, pulling you back into their web. There's more to this transformation game than meets the eye. It's all about using your deepest feelings against you. Narcissists will go to any lengths to control those around them. The reality is that these situations are abusive, plain and simple. But it's easy to overlook the signs when you're in love. Recognizing and discussing the abuse is crucial, not just for healing, but also for boosting your self-esteem. The purpose of this is to awaken anyone in a similar situation who might not realize they're being abused. You undoubtedly deserve better. It's vital to recognize your own worth and stand up for it, not just to identify narcissists' tricks. If this video opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.